Who would you rather be fucked by? Donald Trump or Joe Biden?
I'm already getting fucked by Joe Biden.
And following up on that, and why?
Because my asshole's already stretched. All right, he's already done a good stretching.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, at what point does it go from the penal experience, if you will, to just like you don't feel it anymore.
Yum.
You take enough big shits, and it's like, oh, I'm just defecating.
Oh, interesting. I like that.
I am already being fucked as it is.
So your answer is Joe Biden because you're already being fucked by him.
Yeah, I mean, I use Head and Shoulders, so I figure it's almost like a mating scent. You know, it's going to attract him anyways.
Yeah, they get that sniffing right behind your ear.
Right. So and then he licks what you don't know is he actually licks the back of your neck.
Oh.
So
alien
it's
style.
It's a sniff lick combination, and then it goes right to a fucking prostate exam.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
So and it wouldn't be so bad, all right? But he puts on Hulk hands.
I fucking can't.
That's the fucking worst part. It's I don't give a fuck. I don't care that he fucking does it to the remake of Ignition. All right, it's the fucking Hulk hands that do it for me.
Oh, does he make you wear a wig?
No, but he makes me call him Putin, like it's some fucking like it's a fantasy world where he's got fucking muscle. He wears a muscle shirt.
Oh shit!
Yeah, calls himself Putin. One time he dressed me as a bear so he could wrestle me.
Oh my god!
I wasn't ready for your fucking questions.
So with that being said, was my question way out of the league of what your questions were, or is it on the same level?
No, you're way the fuck out there.
So yours were normal questions.
Yeah, mine were. You have two options.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep.
You push a button, and there's a 50-50 chance. Either you are going to die, or everyone you love is going to die. Or every day for the rest of your life, you have to wipe your ass with sandpaper. But everyone lives their normal life.
I'll go with the sandpaper.
You're wiping with sandpaper?
You goddamn right.
Fucking, what grit? Are you going fucking 80 grit? And fucking nice and roughing up?
Picture this. You fold the sandpaper like a taco, right? You go in first with a scoop. And then you follow after on the rough end, still in taco shape. And you come down on it. And that's how you get it all out. Easy and quick. But there is a loophole around it. Because you said, what would I have to wipe myself with? You never said that I couldn't just take a shit and then just jump in the shower and clean myself.
That is a fair point.
That is, so I
fucking suck at asking questions.
Hey, I'll take it though. I'll take it. I'll take the sandpaper. I need to feel something. Well, welcome to the A&A show, people.
Yeah. Fucking the A&A podcast where no one will ever fucking sponsor us.
Just starting it off. Who would you rather be fucked by? Two very controversial people.
It's a good opening segment.
It just goes from 100 to 0 real quick. Just, would you rather be fucked by which president who just, so, do you like sandpaper?
Yeah. How often do you work with your own wood?
Well, you see here. Define wood.
Next time I'm opening it up with what's your best orgasm?
I can easily answer that one next time.
We're not going there. Okay.
All right. Let's get her started.
Can we make our spokesman the piglet?
Oh my god.
I
No,
can't say the other half.
we can't. We can't.
I figure the best way to fucking start this would be to probably introduce who the fuck we are, and probably give a backstory on what the fuck are we doing, because I don't know what we're doing, so I'm hoping you can shed a little bit of light on it.
Well, I've already done this once before, so I can do it again. Hello there. My name is Alec Casaneta, and with me I have.
Hi, I'm Paul.
No.
Shut the fuck up.
Jesus. My name's Andrew Green. Andrew Green, Jesus Christ. I have been talking all day at work, so my voice is fucked.
Oh, I honestly don't feel that because I've literally been in my studio all day long, just writing all day long, dude. Like, woke up at 12:30 today, and to give a reason why I wake up late is because I work a night shift, so I don't get home until like 10. My normal bedtime is like 3 to 4 a.m. So normally I wake up around anywhere from 11 to 1. So yeah, as soon as I woke up, got up, ate some breakfast, grabbed a cup of coffee, and then from like 2 to 3 ish till about 10, 20 minutes ago, I've been writing this entire time. So
Then
isolating
you got
myself.
me, my line of work. I sit in an office, so I don't know like what the boundaries are of what I can say, of what I do. I work inside of a hospital, and I sit in an office for 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours a day, depending on what the fuck is going on. And we just sit there and wait for something to happen.
Pretty much, right? Does a
So,
lot happen, or is it just rather just sitting there?
um, okay, I can explain it in more detail. I'm a security officer. Um, so without going into too much detail, we stay busy some days.
Okay.
Today we didn't have shit. I mean, the highlight of my day was going to another building to unlock a door. So that was the highlight of my day.
I just like
Um,
imagine I'm gonna come and ask you one day, hey, so what did you do today? And you're like, I dropped a 90-year-old lady.
no,
Like,
God no.
I just like imagine like the scene where Paul Blart's fighting the lady in the fucking clothing shop, and he's just yelling, back up, and no one's going to his backup.
uh, there are some fairly comical parts of my job. I will share a wonderful story
Oh my
that
gosh.
happened fairly recently, I guess maybe a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago. A month.
Yes.
We get a call to a room. A patient is being admitted to a different floor. Each floor of the hospital does different things. I apologize for being so fucking vague, but I don't know what I can and can't talk about.
No, you're good.
So
You're
we're
good.
we're gonna keep it vague. The person that we are being the room is being occupied by a woman, and this woman has a bra and no underwear on when we show up. So the staff at the hospital give her some like fucking hospital granny panties. And we stand by, we're just waiting. All right, if you can imagine, I'm 6'2", 380 pounds. I am awkward as fuck just standing in the middle of a door. The person inside, the current occupant of that room was like 5'7", maybe 100 pounds. So it's like, don't fucking try anything, please. Please don't. And we were asked to hold her while the nursing staff put clothes on her because she was not willing to put clothes on. And so we do our thing. We're not hurting her, we're just holding her. And this woman looks me dead in the face and goes, "Do you feel dirty?" I'm like, stop. Just stop. Don't talk to me. Just fucking kind of just ignore that one. Just don't fucking acknowledge her. There are some guys that talk. We have talkers, and then we have guys like me. I do not like talking to people, especially fucking eye contact. Don't do that shit.
Right.
But so there are some funny shit that we do. There are some not funny shit. I've had people tell me that they hope I die in a fire.
Damn.
I've been called every name under the book. So.
But did you throw hands?
No.
Oh.
I
would have thrown hands.
As a matter of fact, to clarify, unless I am instructed to by a supervisor, I can't touch people. Yet.
So what you're saying is, even if you wanted to, you couldn't do the dirty with that girl.
Ew, no. I'm married. You know what? You say that, okay? We're going to segue. I apologize to anyone listening to this. I hope no one I work with ever fucking stumbles across this.
Oh, but they will.
Our training cycle, you get 5 days of on-the-job training, OJT, that's what we all call it. During my OJT, I was in the emergency room, and they had brought a person in who was on drugs, and they gave her a drug called ketamine. And this woman was cracked out. I've never seen anyone foam from the mouth until right then and there. I was like, oof. Oh my God, this is real shit. And so they're undressing her to put her in appropriate hospital attire. And this woman fucking swings her leg out, and I am now flashed by vag. And I have never been so uncomfortable in my entire life.
Wait, question.
It was not kept.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I love how you knew exactly where I was going with that.
So there's the quick and dirty of what the fuck I do. We should probably tell them about us. The bond. the estranged road trips, the family, all that shit.
Just be like, well, to start it off, my job isn't as exciting as yours. I work in a warehouse.
Hey man, you almost have more of an important job than I do.
Wow.
I don't know. I was trying to make you feel better.
Be like, I drive a forklift all day and go 3 stories in the air with it. It's a scary ass job. Or specifically, I drive an order picker is what they're called, but yeah.
But you work for one of the biggest companies in all of
them, the world, actually.
Yeah,
I actually can't get into the specifics of it though. I actually read the rules when I'm not even allowed to name drop it.
Good thing I shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I was looking into that, and I was looking into it one day, and I guess they were saying that you're not allowed to like I can speak about what I do, but I can't like name drop what it is. I can't name drop like, for example, like what rank it is and stuff like that. Like it's the fairly put it, it's a huge place, and for people wondering, no, it's not Amazon, unfortunately, surprisingly, but fairly similar.
To a point, it is almost more important than Amazon because of what you're doing.
Yeah,
like what you're supplying to the world is almost more important.
It's we do have to grab some pretty like important shit. Like they'll tell us, and then sometimes we'll even like scan into it, and then it literally a little notification will pop up, and sometimes it'll even tell you like, this is like a very like whatever item and this and that. Make sure it's packaged this and that, and make sure you give it to this specific person, and this specific person will take it to like another group of people that's gonna like all this step by step shit. And it's crazy how sometimes a lot of things you gotta like do. But for the most part though, that's literally all I do all day long. I drive an order picker, and that is quite literally it. So every now and then I get lucky. I'll get to drive an Easy Go, which is fun as shit. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's fun as hell. I love just hopping on that little thing and just fucking zoom in through the building, and I'm just like, ha, you can't catch me, bitch.
Move, bitch, get out the way.
For real. And then the horns on those things are outrageously loud. Like you see a little vehicle and you're like, oh, it's probably having a little beep beep, but no, you honk and it's like just fucking loud.
Do you remember my Ford?
Yeah.
Did you ever hear the pussy horn that was on that thing?
I think you showed me one time. You were like, I think I was sitting passenger and you're just like, here, listen to this, and you like hit it.
So to give you guys a visual, I used to drive a 98 F-250. Massive, really nice truck.
Oh shit, it was a 250?
Yeah.
I thought it was a 150. I didn't know that.
No, it was so ghetto though. The people who owned it before me, they busted out the tailgate in an ATV accident.
Oh my gosh.
And they went to a junkyard and grabbed an F-150 tailgate and put it on the back. So that's probably what you remember is the tailgate saying F-150. But if you looked at the body, it was an F-250.
Okay, I got you.
So big truck, you would think big horn, and you come out and it's got this meep meep. You're like, what the fuck?
Little Nissan
What is
horn.
that?
It's like...
So,
oh my gosh.
anyways, getting back to some, I guess, rather important details. We are related.
Yes.
Unfortunately for him.
Unfortunately for me.
He is fucking stuck with me.
Yes. We should probably start with like how everything all first started, because it's surprisingly to find out that we actually didn't even talk until like way later in our life.
Yeah, so I mean, God,
was it a get together or was it the wedding?
What wedding?
Was it?
No, it was at Turtle River State Park.
Okay,
at a get together.
Okay, so it was a get together. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck year that was. I think I was still in high school.
Yeah,
I
we
think I
both
might
would have
have been
still
a
been in high
senior.
school.
So, 2014, 13 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, I was gonna say it was a long time ago. It was like a couple. I was gonna say it was about like 3 or 4 years before I graduated.
Yeah, so we met. We started talking then. We obviously our families are close.
Well,
but now
that's a whole different road. That's
yeah, we're not going to go down there.
We'll get there at a later time.
When everyone is a little alcoholed up.
Pretty much.
The thing with our families is if there was a family get together, it's always held at one fucking location. So over time, you see each other, you don't really talk much, whatever. Social anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Dude, that was a huge one. Like, I always just followed my parents everywhere. I did not talk to anybody while I was... well, the only person I would ever talk to was, like, Isaac and Jordan.
Other cousin, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
those are, like, the ones I grew up with, like, my entire life. Right. So, like, those are the only people I ever talked to when I was there. Otherwise, for the most part, I just always followed my parents everywhere.
Yeah, and then one time it was a event where they fucking weren't there, and we were, really weird fucking thing like, oh, hey, we should probably talk to each other.
Yep.
And from there, I don't know what happened, but it fucking sparked.
Like, it clicked.
Yeah. So we were, Jesus Christ, we've been hell on earth for 7-8 years now.
Right.
Or 8 or 9 years, I should say.
Yeah, I'm saying it's been a while.
And then what I believe really freaking solidified it was a concert. Nevertheless, not a concert specifically. Of 10 hours of driving and a really awkward night in a hotel room.
Why you gotta fucking word it like that?
For comedic value.
Oh my gosh.
So that... Now, I grew up listening to country music, and I had put up on a Facebook post, oh my god, was it Garth Brooks going to Sioux Falls? Who wants to go with? As like kind of like a half joke. And this motherfucker goes, hey, let's go.
Let's do it. Let's go.
And then we decided, yo, what the fuck? We'll go for 2 nights. Because that makes sense. Go see the same concert twice. Hey, why not?
Hey, best part about it though, both nights played completely different songs. So
He did. That is the coolest thing. Fucking no 2 shows are the same.
Both shows were completely different. That's what I liked about it. I'm like, oh shit, we're hearing like songs we didn't hear the first night. Like,
out of the 4 times that I've seen him in concert, right? I've seen him 3 times on the tour that you and I went to, and I've seen him in the stadiums. All of them were different.
Yep.
So holy shit, the guy doesn't do anything the same way. So, anyhow, so I thought he was kidding at first, and they're like, no, like, let's fucking do this.
Hits you in the DMs later. So we doing this?
Fucking 2 bottles of wine and 1 fucking poked condom hole. What?
Oh
No.
God.
Wrong story. That's how my parents fucking made me.
Oh God.
So we take this trip from where I live to where we were going 5 hours.
Yep.
Neither one of us like driving. So I don't know why we thought that was a good idea.
But we compromised though.
We compromised. We fucking split halfway, take the drive down there. Miserable driving conditions.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah, I feel like both times that you and I drove, it was one thing after another that kept happening, and it was just like
on the way there.
Yep, on the way there. The drive back was actually fine.
Yeah, beautiful.
But the way there, it was like traffic or like heavy rainstorm or construction
downpour was awful.
Yeah, what I don't understand though is how the fact that we made it all the way to the city and all of that bullshit, but then yet on our way back it was like little to no traffic. We somehow dodged all of the construction that we took on the way there. Because it was so weird, because I don't even remember what we did that got us out of all that. Because I remember, I think we took did we take like a longer way around, like out of the city? Like I can't remember what we did. I don't remember.
I just think that South Dakota just does things differently.
For real, it was like one day there's construction, next day it's all gone.
Yeah, there's a highway that goes from North Dakota to Minnesota.
Oh,
that
no.
thing's been under construction for like a year, and I don't think it's ever getting done.
It's like Grand Forks' fucking main road. It's like it's been under construction for like the last 20 years.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, so we get down there, we enjoy the first day, right? Concert's cool. We meet one of the coolest people on this planet.
Yeah, if he still acknowledges me.
If you ever get the chance to meet or go see Mitch Rossell in concert, you have to do it.
100%. I recommend
it. The guy is as nice as they come. He's as sweet as they come. He had a guy that he was rolling around with that even saw us the next night. He goes, how long are you guys here for? So the fact that he has a team that pays attention to his fans, that's pretty damn cool.
Oh yeah.
And
he was super genuine too, like, you know, the whole...
He's as real as it gets.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, autographs. He talked to us about music and gave us some inspiration, and he actually talked to us for a while, because we were the last 2 in line, weren't we? We were like the last people showing up to...
We went through the line, then we went to go see another gala. We went to go talk to Karen Rochelle.
Yeah.
She was another opener. And then we went back and stood in line just to BS with him. And he stuck around with us.
Yeah, he talked to us for a solid minute there too. Like, he actually like hung around and talked.
Yeah, I mean, the dude's got a busy schedule, and he took time out for us. I felt special.
Oh my god!
I don't know who Ed is, but I sure as hell felt special.
The best part too was that same night I posted like the photos and autographs that he gave me. And then literally minutes later, he sends me like a big paragraph back, just like thanking me as a fan, and like he appreciates me supporting his music and all this other stuff, and just a couple messages here and there. And I was just like, damn, I wasn't expecting him to like actually reply. Like, that was actually it kind of took me off guard when I saw his message back, and I was like, oh my god.
I will say, waiting 3 years to hear one of the best songs ever written.
Oh my god, that was
totally worth it. The song's called American Dream, And oh
Yeah.
my god,
Dude, I still listen to that song on repeat like almost every day still.
we searched high and low. I mean, at the concert, we bought a CD. You know, you look on Amazon, YouTube, wherever.
There was
and
nothing.
You couldn't find the damn song. And then finally, he releases it out of nowhere, and me and Alec are just having a little girl, fangirl session, like, oh my god!
The best part too, that was actually the song that hooked me onto his music too. I remember we were sitting in the audience, and then you were telling me, you're like, do you know who that is? And I was like, no, who is he? He's like, you know your favorite Garth Brooks song? I'm like, yeah, he wrote that song. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, I'll check him out. So I put my phone down and we started listening to his music. He opens up with he didn't even open up with that song. He opened up with I think was it Raised by the Radio, I think.
I believe so.
I think he opened up with that song.
I've had way too many concussions to remember that shit.
Yeah, because I remember he started off upbeat, and then then after he finished it, then he started off with another song saying something along the lines of like that he was like still working on it or something like that, or that this is a new song he was doing. And then he played the American Dream song. And oh my god, that's what caught me. Like I remember just like looking at it like, oh my god, like that's a beautiful song. And then I was hooked. And then he played other songs and that I just absolutely loved. And it was in that moment I sat there and I realized to myself, because as you obviously know, Andy, but obviously the people don't know, but my favorite country singer for many, many, many years used to be Toby Keith. And after that event, and it took me a couple more years after that event as well, to finally be like, you know what? I think Mitch Russell is actually my favorite country singer of all time. And
this guy's onto something.
Yeah, and I just went straight for it. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not like I'm one of those people that doesn't like change. So for me, it was kind of like, if I state like, oh, this band is my favorite, usually that's going to be like that way for many years. So it was like a weird feeling to just kind of be like, Toby Keith just got knocked off his pedestal in my book. He got replaced by this.
Doesn't even have I don't think at the time he even had an official record label.
No, I think it was wasn't it like published through like the help of like Garth Brooks with like a.
I think it was done through Pearl Records. Yeah.
Yeah, and in other words, almost like self-made is kind of what he was doing.
Yeah, I mean he still releases his own music to my knowledge.
And his music, it's still, I swear to God, every time he releases a single, it's always just as good as the last one. And it's like, this dude does not fail on his music.
No,
like,
and then he's not doing like just himself. He has covers that are out of the world. He did a song called "Ran Into You" with Trisha Yearwood.
That's an amazing song. Then again, oh my God, yes. I fell in love with it. Like, what was the first love song he did?
Any Girl.
No, not Any Girl. That was a sad song.
To you, that was a sad song? That's a love song.
I guess. To me, like I got like sad vibes from it. Like,
I think you were going through a breakup at the time.
I was.
you got some fucked up vibes from that one.
Oh, I'm thinking of All I Need to See. That was like
that came later. That came after 2017.
Oh yeah. So All I Need to See came out like way later. And that was like that song I absolutely fell in love with. And then I fell in love with all of other songs, but then he released Then Again, and then that was just another bop. Like that was just another like, holy shit, like how does he do this?
Right.
And just it was amazing. And then like you said, yeah. And then he also released that one song for his friend that was going through like cancer, I believe. The Storm, he released that one. That was another like beautiful song. Me Being Me, the one actually I have a story for that Me Being Me one, because I think you already know about that. But
I think what we need to do before we because I'm pretty sure we found our topic for this fucking episode. The story, the two items on this trip that really I think it was more of an unsaid acknowledgement that if we were ever to stop talking, one of us would have to kill the other.
Pretty much.
Because if we shared this story without the other person knowing, death would come soon after. So the show gets done and we get back to the hotel room maybe at midnight. It wasn't too far from the venue. And we're just laying down, and I think we had just turned the lights out for the night.
Yeah, we were settling down. We were both finally like just calling it a night.
And who found it?
Me. So
I just hear this giggling.
yeah, I was like, I
just
think
remember
you were
giggling.
like actually trying to go to sleep. Me with my sleep insomnia, I pulled up my phone and I just started like scrolling through Facebook.
Also, keep in mind, it's midnight, and we left Minnesota at 5 o'clock in the morning. So we've been up for almost 24 hours. For the sake, I can't say it, okay?
We can't say what we saw, but
the meme
it was a
that
meme.
was presented to us. It was
I don't even. We can't even like say it. Like we can't even say what the meme said, just because of how.
and we can't explain it because it's too early to get canceled. Episode 1 is not where we get canceled.
Episode 1, the show that ended before it ever even started.
Yeah, YouTube reviewed it and deleted it before it was uploaded.
But I guess to simply put it, we saw like a really inappropriate meme. And I saw the meme and then I was just giggling. Like I was laughing to myself hardcore. And then all I hear is you, Andy, like rolling over on your bed and just being like, the fuck you laughing at?
He shows me this phone.
I couldn't even talk. I was just giggling. And I just should lean my phone over across the room to you. Just like, look.
Do you know when you get that laugh? You can't breathe, your chest hurts, you're pretty sure you're about to go into cardiac arrest.
Mm-hmm.
Multiply that by 10, and that's what we were going through. This poor hotel staff, which, keep in mind, 6 hours prior to this, they thought we were going to open for Garth Brooks.
Yeah, dude, oh my god, that was amazing. They're like, are you guys opening for Garth Brooks?
Because we checked in, we're both songwriters, so we check into the hotel and we bring our guitars with us. Mm-hmm. And it's bless these people's hearts, because now 6 hours later, they think they have a couple doing some ungodly things in their hotel room. And I can only imagine that poor hotel staff going to the cleaning woman in the morning, going, good luck in room 47. It was fucking hell all night long.
Oh my god.
But it was a solid 20 minutes of just nothing. Of just death by laughter.
The meme was so funny. We were literally like screaming. Like we were fucking laughing so hard at this meme. And I'm talking like wheezing, laughing, screaming. Like we thought this meme was so fucking funny. Yeah, like I felt so bad for the staff. Like they were probably in their end just hearing all that and thinking like, what the fuck? And then in our end,
when do we kick these fuckers out?
Right, and then in our end, we're just fucking looking at a fucking picture on a phone. Like
I will never look at kids and pigs ever again.
Jesus Christ. But oh my god. And then that just ever since then, that always became like an inside joke. Every now and then, like we'll message each other.
You fell in love with a burrito on that trip.
To this day, I swear on my life, that is the greatest fucking burrito I had ever had, like literally on my life. Like we went back that same morning, I think, to the gas station, and I'm like, we're stocking up on this bitch, and I bought like 5.
All I cared about was Gatorade, because every time I go to like my vocal cords are fucked. For whatever reason, I do a little too much talking, singing, partying. My voice goes on fucking vacation.
Oh my gosh.
I'm stocking up on Gatorade, fucking shit that's gonna make me not die. And I see this dude over here just armfuls of burritos. And then we later found out we could get them in our hometowns. We're just stupid.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Saw them.
Like, okay, well, the thing is, because like I go to the gas station all the time and I've never once seen it, because like I realize that our gas stations here, they don't like put them on display. Like they don't have them just ready to go like this gas station did. Because the one we went to had them like all on display and ready to grab, and then the ones we have,
they were hot and ready.
Yeah, and the ones we have are just like on the bottom shelf on the freezer. Like, so I never would have seen it, and it wasn't until like I went home and I'm like, I have to check, I have to see if we got it. And I literally remember one day when we got back home, I went to one of the gas stations and I literally searched like every fucking fridge they had until I found it, and I was like, no way. I bought a shit ton and then I took it home.
And now he just orders it directly from the company.
Right. Just sit there, order, and be like, you know, it's me. I gotta make another placement for burritos. just fucking make it seem like it's some
You
sort
have
of
a
mafia
profile
call.
called Boris the Burrito. just ordering hurdles of Boris burritos. I don't even know what the fuck a hurdle is. I am so sleep deprived right now.
I just look at those burritos all lined up in a row, and I just go, remember, no Russian. And then I go ham on them.
And then he eats them.
Thank you for clarifying that, Andy.
Oh no, first you go ham on them and then you eat them. The Great Burrito Massacre of 21.
Goddamn right. Well, technically, it would have been 2017.
Yeah. You just hear a little you hear a little mariachi band in the background.
Just
And you just see wrappers of burritos just flying at the fucking sides of your apartment.
Hey man, I ain't got nothing against that burrito. It's the greatest burrito in the world.
They are pretty good. The second thing musically that kind of bonded us.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna let you take this one. I can't.
You were the one driving at this point, right?
Yeah, I drove us halfway.
Okay, so yeah, so now I remember that. So you're driving on the way there, and I don't remember. Was it like our phones were dying or something like that, or we were trying to save the battery on our phones, and we were just like,
Either that or we were trying to save data. I don't fucking remember.
no, because I had unlimited, so I think my phone must have been dying, and I just remember like being like, all right, I'm gonna put my phone down. I was like, if you want to play your music, you can do it. And at some point, I think you played it for a little bit, and then you were like, all right, let's just listen to the radio. Oh, what an adventure that was. So
South Dakota, I think you guys need help. Your radio stations, y'all need a little bit of help.
hey, all I'm gonna say is that was the greatest, just absolute greatest fucking song I think I have ever heard in my entire life. So we turn on the radio, and I'm talking, this radio has nothing. Like, we swapped to different radio stations, just like boring commentary or just like music that we don't like, and it was, I don't know, it was just really just boring. And then finally I was like, let's just check the rock station. So we flip it over to a rock station, and all you hear was like this like this really hard rock, and I'm just like, hey, I dig this. And then we're just like, all right, we'll settle on it. Oh my lord, the turn, the sharp turn this fucking song took threw us for a loophole.
God, I've never been so musically confused in 25 years.
Just imagine a hard rock song, instrumental, just badass song playing, just guitars and drums just going left and right. All of a sudden, it stops, and then it's followed up by
yodeling.
by yodeling. And I'm talking, we're sitting there like, I remember you and I, we were just chit-chatting. We're just like, you know, you're driving, I'm sitting there, we're talking, we're listening to the song. Out of nowhere, just yodeling comes up. And we're both simultaneously looked at each other and then back at the radio. We're just like, what in the actual fuck just happened? Like, we even double checked to see if we were even listening to the same song. But then, yeah, as soon as the yodeling was over, just like the fucking hard rock came back again. We're just like, is the radio stations like colliding with another radio station? We had so many questions. And then to make matters worse, it goes back to the yodeling again. And at one point, it goes to like this weird redneck bluegrass tooth spoon strumming, whatever the hell that's called. And I don't even know what the hell that was. Like, it's like a ding 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 dong just at the very end of the song. And then it just goes back to like hardcore rock again, and then it just ends. And then we just sat there baffled.
I'm so glad that you picked up your phone and turned on the Shazam app.
Yep, because I was like, we need to figure out what the hell this fucking song is. I pulled up my phone, yeah, Shazammed it.
Focus by Hocus Pocus.
No, it's Hocus Pocus by Focus.
Hocus Pocus by Focus. What the fuck ever.
Just,
all right.
What?
It is legendary.
Look it up, people.
Yeah, just look it the fuck up.
You will
won't
thank
regret
us.
If you thought Freebird was a long song, you ain't heard shit.
Actually, wait. I'm actually curious. I wonder how long Hocus Pocus
I think
is.
it was like 6 minutes.
7.
7 minutes
You
of
want-
pure confusion. This is what I feel like people went through when they first heard Nirvana.
Andy.
No.
No, hold up. I looked up the lyrics to the song. You want to know what it fucking says? It literally says Yoda ba 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 Yoda. That's literally the lyrics of the
Sounds
song.
like Yoda having a fucking seizure.
It's dude. I'm gonna send this to you right now. You have to fucking see these lyrics.
Oh my god. So that kind of solidified the growing fucking bond that some people would call a tumor.
I was
between
technically
the
a
two of
tumor.
us. What?
Yeah, I was born C-section, so I was removed.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I like how there's exclamated fucking words.
Ooh.
Just getting it.
I
And then you
love
can't
all
miss it.
this.
You can't miss the next line. Oh, ooh. Oh!
The best part is it's not even just the exclamation points, but then there's the fact that certain parts of like the one giant ass long word, some words are like capitalized and others aren't. Like I love the and then just 3 triple like capitalized A's, just you're right after the normal Just,
Fucking.
oh my
Gold.
lord, it's the
So yeah,
greatest
if
fucking
we were
thing
to ever
ever.
stop talking, we would have to kill each other. Just because of the shit we've been through together. So and over time, you know, we've done music projects together.
Actually, believe it or not, you know what music song I found that we did?
Which one? Because I was actually going through our catalog together.
Literally, I was doing the exact same thing. I was going through all the things you and I recorded.
I think I know of 4 that we've done.
If you're talking about like the rap songs, it wasn't that. Okay, you're talking about like the actual like acoustic, like
Learning to Fly.
that was the exact one I found.
Hurt.
Oh wait, I did Hurt.
You had me do the music for it.
Oh, the instrumental. That's right. I never did do a cover for it yet.
So I have Learning to Fly, Hurt. It was another Johnny Cash.
It was
song.
another. It was the one I actually published.
Yeah.
Early one morning with time to kill.
No, not that one.
No, that was the one.
That wasn't the Johnny Cash song.
What do you mean?
That wasn't the one that we published.
Oh, that's one I remember I published.
Oh, that's gonna drive me fucking nuts.
It's here, you know what? I literally have my Johnny Cash playlist right here. I will pull it up. Are you sure it wasn't that one? Because I'm pretty sure I can go on my YouTube right now. I think I unpublished it, but I still have that on there.
I Hung My Head.
Yeah, that's the song.
Is it?
The one I was just singing, yeah, Hung My Head.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's the one we actually like did a full on. But the thing is though, we published it like with raw vocals and guitar. We never even mastered it or anything. Like
yeah, like this is way before we had any of that stuff.
Yeah, I want to say this is before I got to know like how to record properly, how to like, you know, cancel out the echoes, and then before that too, that was actually the first song I ever recorded and sang. I didn't even like take lessons or learn how yet. That was just something we did out of passion because we wanted to do it. And
yeah, that was 2 guys that loved music.
Yeah,
that said, "Hey, can we do this?"
And
from what I remember, people liked it.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Hung My Head. People actually liked it. Like it actually had a good like amount of likes, and people shared it, and they were like, "This is actually a pretty good cover from you guys." And then that's when we got into Learning to Fly.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna say right now, the band on that song did pretty damn good.
Dude, I'm not even gonna lie. No, not even a band. I was gonna say you, dude. Like, I went back and I listened to the instrumental you recorded it, and I was like, the part where they have like the electric guitar solo where you changed it to like a strumming type of solo is what you did.
Yeah.
It was like perfect. Like the way, like the everything you had, like the tune, the syncing, everything was like perfectly lined up. And even though it wasn't like electric guitar solo, the strumming solo sounded like just as good. And I even sat there to myself thinking like, I feel like the way you did it is the way they should have done it. Like that's the type of song.
Because that's oh my god, I'm gonna get killed if I get this wrong, because that's a Tom Petty tune, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Tom Petty.
Yeah. So I feel like if Tom Petty would have sat down to do it acoustically, I think that's the way it would have been done.
Who knows? There might even be an acoustic version. I never even did see if there was an acoustic version.
We never look for that shit. We just go, hey, can we do this? Yeah.
But
should we? Probably not.
But believe it or not, I actually went. So yeah, as we were mentioning earlier about going back and looking at the files and the music we did, I actually just for the shits and giggles, I took both files, the audio and the instrumental. I mastered both of them, and I even did like vocal editing work on my vocals, and it actually didn't turn out too shabby. Like I was like, damn, if I were to go back and just re-record this and re-sing the entire thing, we could actually make it sound like a decent cover.
I think what I would like to do, and now the podcast is hearing it, so now we have to fucking follow through, is allocate time, because my schedule is a set thing where I don't have, I don't work on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
Have an allocated time to go, hey, why don't we get together and do it? Because all the stuff that we've recorded together, no matter how close we've lived, because we've lived fairly close all of our lives.
Like 40 minutes away.
Exactly. We've never been in the same room together and recorded music. It's always been, hey, can you lay down this guitar track? Cool, send it over.
Yeah,
put vocal over the top.
I always do it like digitally.
Yeah, so I think it'd be cool to get an actual in the room recording, so where we have time to sit down and record it together, because I'm still waiting for Hurt to come out, because that's, from a guitar player, that's like the easiest song I can play.
The funny thing is, like, I just simply love Johnny Cash. Like I would sit down and just cover Johnny Cash songs all day if I could.
I mean, hey man, well, every Sunday we can do that.
Just like sit down and just start recording some Johnny Cash. There was actually an Elvis Presley song I wanted to do too. Actually, I take that back. There was a couple Elvis Presley songs.
Maybe we'll have to get together now and start doing that. It's
funny too, because like with how young we are, I feel like a lot of people are like thrown off by the fact that like, you guys listen to that music. Like really old music.
When people find out that I listen to Johnny Horton, Buck Owens, Johnny Cash, and they go, "You're 25?" Yeah. What happened?
I'm an old soul.
I didn't like listening to mumble.
For real, I'm the same way. Like I was at work one time. There's actually this old guy who I work with, and he's probably like, I'm guessing 50s, 60s, and me and a couple of young kids were, oh my god, okay, that's a whole other story for another time. But I work with a lot of younger guys now, like with my age and people who are like a couple of years younger than me. I didn't realize how, like, maybe it's just because of where I grew up in high school, and I kind of like, like when you know how they say like wherever you grow up and wherever you go to school, that's kind of like what defines who you are in the future. I realized how vastly different a couple of years can make between a person and where they're from. Because there's this one kid who literally, like, he only listens to like mumble rap. Like I literally brought up like Johnny Cash and a bunch of other oldies. He had no idea who any of them were. And keep in mind, because I'm 22, turning 23 in like a couple days, and he's 19. I was shook that he didn't even know who any of these artists were. Me and then this old guy I mentioned earlier, we were shook because even the old guy was like, he's looking at me, he's like, hey, props to you. He's like, at least you know this music. He's like, he looks at the other kid and he's just like, you can fuck off. And I just died. I just died laughing. I was just, but at the same time though, I was shook. I'm surprised that not a lot of people even know who that is. And because I in my head, like, you think to yourself like, oh, everyone knows this music, right? And then you literally just go to someone who's a couple years younger than you just to find out that they never even heard of the artist, and you're just sitting there like that's like blasphemy to music.
The one that baffles me, not because I've grown up my entire life listening to him, but people not knowing who Garth Brooks is. He is the #1 selling solo artist of all time, and you're gonna tell me you don't know who the hell he is?
You want to know what's just as bad as that? When you ask somebody, "Oh yeah, do you know who Garth Brooks is?" and they're like, "No, never heard of him." And then as soon as you start singing, "I got friends in low,"
Yeah,
they're
and
like,
then they go,
"Oh, I know who that is," and it's like, shut the fuck up. You just get so salty. Like, I feel that way. I get so mad by that. I don't know why.
people, you know what? I'm laying down some controversy, right? Fucking cue the suspenseful fucking bum bum bum. Hot take. You're not gonna have a single fucking clue of what I'm talking about. More than likely. In 1999, he puts out a album for a movie. The movie was called The Lamb, and he puts out a record for the main character. Right? It was a character that he was playing in the movie called Chris Gaines. The album was called In the Life of Chris Gaines. It is the best fucking Garth Brooks music on the planet. And anyone who says, "Man, that sucks," chances are you haven't fucking listened to it. So choke yourself and go listen to it.
My thing it's not the music, it's his look.
Listen, it was for a movie.
To this day, I look at that picture and I just sit there like, "Garth, what were you doing?"
1999 was a very awkward year.
That was his rebellious year.
So that's the hot take. That's, to me, that's hands down one of my favorite albums of all time. So
it's like him wearing his cowboy outfit and then he's wearing a fucking pair of J's.
When you got to play a rodeo at 7 but dunk on fools at 6.
Oh, I remember, yeah, that photo was funny as fuck. I remember that.
Ah, God.
But
the problem is that if we didn't have to stop talking about music, and if we didn't have to stop recording, the chances are we'd be here for 12 hours.
Yeah, probably. But there is one more thing we didn't get to mention, though.
What's that?
Or, well, I guess I didn't get to mention. Because I'll say, since we're on the topic of like Garth Brooks and music at the moment. No, I was gonna say from earlier, as we were talking about Mitch Russell, how he literally shared my post on his story.
Hey, that is pretty cool.
Hey, I don't
do enough on social media. That's my problem. I don't do enough on social media. I'm the guy that I stand back and let everyone else do the talking. And I go, yeah, I like that. I agree with that. I need to put I need to put myself out there like a cheap hooker. Sorry, honey, if you're listening to this.
Oh my god. No, it was just like a really cool moment though, because prior to that, before he shared my post, was he had a what was it? It was maybe like a week in between another post he did, and it was like you know, because I don't actually go on Instagram all that much. I just occasionally check it, and it was like a week since I checked it, and so like one of his older posts popped up, and I clicked on it, and I can't remember if it was like if he had just had his latest kid or if it was like something with his wife. I don't remember what it was, but I just remember I just wrote on there like, "Congratulations," whatever, like, "this is big," whatever. I'm talking hundreds of people were commenting on his post. None of them had like replies or likes. And then he liked my comment and then replied to it and said, "Thanks, brother." And I like scrolled. I'm talking, I scrolled through the comments and I was like, bruh. Like, and then yeah, then a week later he released Me Being Me. I had like I kind of put like a little critique on it, you know, just talking about how like this is one of the best songs he's made in you know, since whatever, just to talk about how much I loved it. And literally minutes after I posted that, I get a notification on my Instagram that says Mitch Russell tagged you in his story. And I'm like, what? So I clicked on it. And then, yeah, he shared my post and just said thanks. And I was like, oh my God. That's, see right there?
You know,
He's a real G.
I'm fairly certain you know about this.
What's up?
I know you know
Do I know?
that I'm married, right?
I do?
Yeah. You were gonna be my best man, and then you fucking
I got
died
COVID and fucking died.
2 days before my wedding. Hey man, I have a COVID test. I can't be there. Fuck.
Do you remember how my voice fucking sounded?
I don't, because I guarantee you I had a lot more stressful shit going on
I
2 days before my wedding.
Dude, I remember I made not a phone call. I was in a group chat. I can't remember. I was like sitting on my recliner. I was playing the game. My friends are all like, because we all hopped on, and we normally when we hop on, they always do like the whole like, hey, how's everyone going? We all talk, whatever, say our highs. Everyone was curious, like, Alec, why aren't you talking? And I just texted him. I just said, I can't talk. I'll just sit and listen. And they're like, why? Say something. I'm like, I literally can't talk. And then they're like, Alec, say something. So then I'm just like, hey guys, how's it going? And they're like, what's wrong with your voice? And I was like, dude, I'm talking like, I couldn't breathe. Like my chest was tight. Like every time I breathed, it felt like I was gargling water, and I couldn't talk. My voice was just shot. It was like constant like migraines, nausea, puking, just I was on my deathbed. Like I was fucking suffering. And I was so mad too, because I had just got done buying my whole fucking suit for your wedding. I had just bought like the shirt, the tie, everything, like the shoes. And then that happened. And then I was just sitting there like, this, of course, this would happen to me. This would be my luck. And then, yeah, I died for like 2 weeks. Like I literally sat on my couch for 2 weeks, just suffering every day. And it was horrible.
So we've been married for a year and a half, and when my wife walked down the aisle, right, she walked down to a song called "To Make You Feel My Love"
Oh my.
by Garth Brooks. Why'd you moan? What the fuck?
Had to add
some texture.
some texture to the story.
Well, now my ears are moist.
Oh God, mine are too.
So
actually,
she
right
walks. Yeah, it's sweaty. She walks down to Make You Feel My Love, and I cried like a baby at my wedding. On our 1 year anniversary, I thought it would be really cool just to ask. Garth Brooks does a show every week, right?
now.
And he takes, video questions from his fans. I said, what the fuck? Why not? So I asked him, right? Hey, it would mean a lot. Would you play this song for my 1 year anniversary? And he did, live on Facebook. We're sitting in a bowling alley, right? We're kind of just celebrating with a little group of friends, and I'm crying in a bowling alley. That is probably one of the coolest things ever, to get your childhood hero to sing you one of the most important songs in your life. Did I ever, have you ever seen that, Alec? Did I ever send that to you?
Okay, so I remember you sent me you had to ask a question about like your wedding, and then like Garth Brooks like said he couldn't make it or something like that, but he made like a little joke or something. I remember that, but I don't remember him playing the song though.
Okay, I'll send it to you tonight.
Awesome.
You will get it by tonight. So
yeah, I don't think you ever sent me that, like the Garth Brooks actually playing the song. I think you might have mentioned it, but I don't think I saw the video.
Well, my fingers are going to suffer for this. Let's see.
Just furious masturbating in the background.
Oh God, no. Oh my God, I actually found it. So I'm gonna send this to you, and you can watch it later. I don't remember at what time it is, so you'll just scroll through the video.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah. So he actually, the fact that he sang that for us was pretty cool. More or less for
Oh,
my selfish ass,
yeah.
but uh, yeah, music. Music is. I was never a comfortable guitar player up until 2018. I was helping who I now consider a brother. I was helping a guy demolish the insides of a church, and we were going to rebuild the church into something new. And he asked me, "What do you like to do?" He didn't know I was a musician. He didn't know anything about me. We were just making small talk. And I said, "I'm a musician. I've been playing music since I was 3 years old." And he goes, "Perfect. You're my worship leader." Huh? You said what? Now that was probably the scariest thing ever because I've never played music in front of people. I've always hated the way my voice sounded. I've always hated the way I sound on guitar. And he goes, "Yeah, man, it's gonna be awesome." So from November of 2018 until April of 2019, I had to figure out how to sing because I couldn't sing worth a damn. And I had to figure out what songs to play, how do you play them? And, we would get together and rehearse. The very first time we played music, it was a full house. I think we had like 80 something people in there. And I've never been more scared in my entire life. So that's kind of my thing with music. And then we very fortunate enough to in 2020 we did a show, Grand Forks Got Talent.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
And we submitted. I was told I have to submit something by my wife and her sister, and so I submitted a song, "Sweet Baby James" by James Taylor, and the only critique that I got was that I didn't do the full song. Oops.
I remember. I
I was
remember
scared that
that.
I was going to go over the time limit, so I just did a verse and a chorus of it. Um, in between shooting for the first show and the second show, I cut the tip of my finger in half in an accident.
Oh shit!
So
Forgot.
I couldn't play the music that I wanted to play. So I had to teach myself how to strum without using my index finger. I had to hold it with my middle finger and the thumb. And man, that was agonizing. Every time I would hit the strings, it would reverberate up into my finger and it would throb. And so we played what was it, Night Moves for the second show. It took an hour to record a 3-minute song. And by the end of it, my hand was in so much pain. I didn't care if I made it to the third show or not. If I remember right, it came down to 2 votes for me to go on to the finals. So God, I hope they do that again because I'd like to do it again.
Yeah, because they did it all digitally too, so they could easily do it again if they wanted.
Yeah, it was all you shot your performance. Um, I believe you had a week to do it.
Yeah, it was like 1 week in
So
between.
yeah, so I did. So when I found out about it and when we had to get our clips submitted was one day. So I had one day to like go, "Oh, okay, what song do I play?" My wife goes, "Eh." Nice.
Great
So
answer. Exactly what I
yeah,
wanted to
great answer,
hear.
honey. This is exactly what I need right now. So we finally decided on a song, and at the time I was doing TikToks, music on TikTok, and just with our schedules, I don't do it anymore. But I was like, okay, well, we just did this song for TikTok, so let's do a longer version on for the show. So it was I think I had like 5 hours left to submit it. That's how down to the wire it was. It was like, do I do this? Do I not do this? Do I do this? Um, Anyone out there who has ever thought about playing music, do it.
Just get out there and do it.
Just take that chance, because it's probably the greatest thing you're ever gonna do.
Oh yeah.
If music is something that you enjoy. How did we talk about getting fucked by a president, and now we're here?
We're talking about like this is a super serious, down to earth conversation, but in the in the beginning, oh shit.
So,
And that's what happens on the A&A podcast.
pretty much, we both have severe ADD, so this is
Be like, we can be talking about bullshit, and next thing you know, we're talking about the meaning of life.
Nirvana.
Nirvana.
So, I think one of the greatest. I'm gonna put you on the spot.
What's up?
As someone who does mixing and mastering,
What's up?
that I've done it for a long time. The greatest honor that I had was to produce a whole LP.
Yeah.
The song that I'm most proud of. Anyone who's ever asked me what's the coolest thing you've done musically, I'm always going to refer them to a song called Nightmares.
Oh shit. I haven't.
I was you gave me a soundtrack, and you said, if I remember right, you pretty much told me, do your thing.
Yo.
You had given me some songs that I was liking. I was like, okay, cool. And then I got this song where it was, oh damn, this is hard. This is cool. Not hard like metal. It was a 90s hip hop kind of feel to it, almost, with a dark undertone.
Yeah.
And it fit what was going on at the time.
Oh my god, yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
It's so funny to think how in such dark place I was at the time compared to now.
Yeah.
Like now I'm just like the fucking happiest dude alive.
Yeah. I know what I did, right? The 5 hours that it took me to do the intro of the song.
That's right. The idea, because I was like, I want this to overlap, kind of.
Yeah. Can you make this overlap? Do you remember Bohemian Rhapsody, how it goes from left to right?
Yep.
Can you do that, but can you make it go left, right, and behind? And then in front? I was like, yeah, sure, I totally can do that. I had no clue what the fuck I was doing. I don't think I've ever actually asked you this, but when you got that track in return, what did you even, like, what was going through your mind when you heard, I think, the first 30 seconds of that song?
Okay.
Because that's the most proud thing I've ever done, is the first 30 seconds of that song.
It's because that was technically the chorus bit.
It's the hook of the song.
The hook. Yeah. And that, okay. So I remember recording each of the lines individually, and I remember like thinking to myself, like, all right, Andy, just bear with me on this, all right? Because literally the lines I sent you were like dark, the shit I was saying in the hook. And I was like, overlap these, do your thing. And then you sent it back to me. And I just remember like, all right, let's do this. I hear the instrumental, and then right away, just the echoing, the creepy whispers, like, oh my god. I was like, that was exactly the sound I was looking for. Like, that was exactly, I'm not even joking. Like, when I sat there, and as soon as when I played it, I literally said aloud, that's the sound I was looking for. Like, I literally got excited over that. And then hearing it transition from like that with like the light little fade, or like the I don't remember if it was the first hook or the second hook, but you did like this thing where it whispers and then just stops, and then the beat drops, and then fucking, I start rapping, and I'm just like, oh my god, we did that for the intro. I was like, that fucking was timed perfect. Like, I was so hyped over that. Yeah, I remember being excited.
That was the intro into the first verse.
I mean, in all honesty, I could actually, since it's my song, I could show that little snippet here as well. But
you could for anyone who ever listens to it, or if it's played here, know that where we were, mentally, was very bad.
Yeah,
And
it was a very dark
you
place
know,
for both of us at that time.
I imagine sometime in the near future, we will talk about the mental health stuff that we've faced and stuff.
Oh fuck yeah! I did like a whole fucking 5 hour
Yeah,
podcast of it already.
yeah.
I,
And he did that in a
a
as it
solo
was
5 hour
happening.
podcast.
Yeah,
Like I'm
he did that
talking.
as it was happening. So to sit down, in the so to say after action of it,
Actually,
to
believe
be
it or
able to
not, though, I'm
go
actually at a better place now.
exactly, to look at it from an outside point of view, almost to go, holy shit, that was dark. And to almost freely talk about not the situations, but the problems
Mm-hmm.
that were inside the situations, and how you kind of continue to overcome it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not saying we've had extremely difficult lives, but we have certainly had some fucked up shit happen.
Yup, exactly.
Our families have had some really wicked shit. So and then individually, we've had some bad stuff happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say because that was the one thing I did like about that podcast that I recorded was because a lot of people were thinking that it was just gonna be me talking about like the those specific stories, but then when you find out that there was actually layers upon layers upon layers behind each story, and then breaking it down and explaining that it wasn't just this, it was all of this that all just built up, and this is why this happened, kind of thing. Like, because I did like a huge breakdown of every little individual, like, in other words, every scenario. I did like a huge breakdown of it, and I tried to be
Yeah.
as detailed as possible with it. Uh, but as of, I mean, if in the future I might re-upload that with some edits to it, because there is a part in there I do want to remove, and then there's some parts I feel like I should probably add and stuff like that. So it'll be a long while, I think, before I publish it.
The next time a horribly depressing event happens.
No,
So
probably
no,
not. Honestly, at this point, I feel like I'm at a
I
point.
feel like the next time something bad happens to you, I'm gonna put you in a padded room and take away your cell phone.
It's just gonna be one of those. What? It's like in an anime when a character hits their breaking point, and then they do that thing where like their head is just like pointing down, and then they just start like laughing crazy.
Listen, motherfucker, if you turn into a Super Saiyan, you're telling me how you did it.
Right?
That's
Just
all
like
I'm saying.
just be like Goku when Krillin died, just like fucking just head down, growling, and all of a sudden just my hair rises up, turns blonde, and just be like, oh, dude, that would be actually fucking sick.
No, because I know what you look like. Don't ever do blonde.
Hey,
Just
I
don't
have had
ever go
blonde in my hair
straight
before.
golden hair. No, but it's not blonde. It's gold.
That's gold. Okay, I guess.
Don't do gold, because I won't have to disown you, but I will have to not look at you dead in the face for a little while until your hair is back to like a dark color.
I'll turn Super Saiyan blue, and my hair will turn blue.
I don't think blue either. No.
What about red?
Nope.
Super Saiyan God.
You are a brown-haired man or a black-haired man. You and I, all right, we do not do colored hairs.
I have done color hair my whole life, though.
I know you have. You've done
don't-
done like frosted tips, right?
But I don't dye all of my hair. Like, I don't dye my whole head. I just dye the top part, because normally my hairstyle
Yeah.
consists of me shaving the sides and the back off, and then I dye the top part where it's really long. Because there was one point where the top of my hair was so long it was actually like down to my shoulders. And
Anyhow,
yeah.
we suck at staying on topic.
we're like Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer. I'm not sure if you've ever seen one of their podcasts.
Except I'm not drinking Kool-Aid.
That's the funniest fucking shit. I feel like that's what we do, though. I feel like we're both like different combinations of Bert, because Bert's like that type of person where Tom will be telling a story and Bert just like totally changes the topic.
Oh yeah.
Or like he'll ask Bert a question, and then Bert will give some totally off-topic answer, and then tell a whole different story upon a story, and then get finally to the answer at the end of it.
That's literally what this consists of. We are the Wish. We are the Wish.com variant of that podcast.
Of Tom and Bert.
Yeah.
What is it? It's Two Bears in a Cave, I think.
Yep. Two Bears in a Cave.
Yeah. We're like the Wish version of them. But yeah.
The good stuff.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, we went through some dark times. We made music, and funny enough, I didn't even know why I went through like that whole rap phase thing that I did, because I think I've mentioned to you many times I don't even like doing rap, and I only listen to like I don't get me wrong, like I listen to rap, but like the main two I listen to are Tupac and like Eminem, and then just like a lot of 90s and oldies rap. I don't really like modern rap at all.
Yeah, so
And
I think as a musician, you have to go through everything.
yeah.
You have to see like, okay, I like listening to this, but do I like doing this?
See, that was the thing. I did the whole rap thing. There was a couple, don't get me wrong, there was a couple songs I did where I really enjoyed, or I was like, that actually wasn't too bad. But I think for like future stuff, like if I ever were to like, I don't know, because I think as of right now, my thing is writing and voice acting. Those are my two big things that I know are guaranteed for sure, that things I probably will be doing. I wouldn't doubt for the rest of my life. Music was like the number 3 on that list, but the thing with the music though is I think I had my biggest issue is trying to find my sound, because like I said, yeah, like you're saying, the whole phase thing. But I think if I were to settle on something, it would probably, I think it's a weird combination. Like I kind of want to do a little like what Blue October did, like start off with like indie rock, work from indie rock to like hard rock, and then go from hard rock to like pop rock, and then do a lot of acoustic work that they like the way Blue October does it. I think that's kind of what I want to settle on. And the thing is, I've never gotten the chance to do rock music, and I feel like from practice sessions that I have done, I think I do have the rock voice. Like I could definitely do like the raspy hard, like hard rock or metal voice stuff. And I have never had the opportunity to try it, but mainly because it's like the you know, like the living scenario and stuff like that. It's kind of hard to have privacy and then be trying to sing top of your lungs, you know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to do that. So that's
when
why
you're not truly comfortable with like your
surroundings, yeah, and your
right,
voice,
like,
especially when you're finding your voice.
Hard. Yeah, or doing fucking vocal exercises.
Yep, and people around you don't understand it.
Yeah, my wife looks at me like, "Are you having a stroke?"
Yep, exactly. No, that's I understand that 100%, because people don't understand that, like the vocal exercises, the things you need to do for your voice to be ready for singing, and that's why for me, like I always found it uncomfortable to like practice that stuff, because people around you don't get it, and that's why that's why I said like I've always had rock and metal kind of on the side, because I'm like I'm not sure if you've ever seen the rock and metal vocal exercises, but it consists of a lot, like so it's
oh yeah, it's
quite different than like acoustic, like soft rock country type of like vocal practices. And my I had this one buddy who was showing me some, and I was like, oh, okay. I didn't, you know, obviously one of those things where you're like, oh shit, you actually have to be like really, really loud to do these kind of things. And like I said, I wasn't comfortable because of my surroundings, because people don't understand like why, like, you know, like, why are you doing that with your voice, or like, why are you screaming? And I'm just like, well, it's not what I'm doing. But so yeah, I never got the chance to touch on like rock and metal, but I do know that I do enjoy doing like soft rock and acoustic work.
Yeah,
I do like that.
The number one thing that I've always gotten as a critique is you have that the falsetto singing, so you almost like whisper sing. And the problem is I grew up in an environment where shut up, you know, you live in your own world. Right? You don't bug other people with your shit. So when I found out that damn, I really would like to do this, I don't know how to sing loud. So that's what I've spent the last 3 years doing, is going, okay, so I've been doing this wrong for 19 years. How can I fix it for the rest of time?
Yep.
And damn, is that hard when you live in an apartment.
No, I 100% feel that.
So there are times I just want to build a soundproof box that I can sit in for hours on end. But I do think there are stuff that you and I aren't done with.
No, we still have like a lot to try to like. My dream is for us to one day to get a studio or rent out a studio that we could actually have like vocal privacy, and then be able to actually do like exercises, be able to sing out loud and do other things and whatnot, and
to be able to have the vocal freedom.
Yep.
To be able to do what we want, and to to be able to sit down and record the songs that we have bitched about wanting to record.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the songs that we've worked on together, songs that we've written, songs that we love. You know, there are songs that we've talked about recording that you need a studio to do.
Yep.
You know, the just the technology and stuff, but it would be so cool to finally get to sit down and do that. So.
Especially with the knowledge we have of it now compared to we did then, like 5 years ago.
Yeah,
Because
no kidding.
One thing I would love to do is find an old song that you and I did. Like, let's say you and I, like, one day we actually did, like, so we say that dream did happen. Like, we got that studio, we were able to fully sit down and make a full-fledged song, professional sounding and everything. And then let's say we're presenting it to people and we're just like, here's something we did 5 years ago. Present that song. Here's what we did now, and then be able to, like, blow people's minds away with, like, holy shit, like, you know, like, really good editing, you know, fucking everything. Like, I think it would be really cool to just kind of be like, actually sit down and record like a professional sounding song. You there? Hello.
There we go.
Oh.
I've unfucked myself. My side of the recording has died. My audio interface got tangled up and unplugged itself.
Oh.
So my side of the recording has taken a finito.
No, you're good. I'm still recording, so. But yeah.
I'm 100% with you on the, you know, let's, you know, even if it's something as simple as you know, the building a studio, you know, with the soundproofing materials.
That would be another thing too, to actually build it yourself and make it a full soundproof studio.
Right, which is a lot easier to do than people think. So I mean, it's not totally impossible. It's just hard.
Yeah.
You know, when you work for a living, and you don't have, you know, $5,000 sitting around to get all the, you know, the materials, the proper equipment and stuff. So.
Not even, you know, honestly, I 100% agree on that, especially like with me on the writing aspect of things. Because as you know, I'm writing a book, and my lord, realizing, okay, so I'm sure you know this on the more of the music side of things, like, but what I'm about to explain, the feeling of knowing that your only free time to write is your weekends, and not even then are your weekends your free time, because then sometimes, you know, you got people who want to make plans with you, or you got, you know, different plans, or sometimes you just want to take a break and just like play games or watch a movie, or, you know, have some time to yourself. And then like my situation, for example, I guess in my case now compared to it was back then, it works a little bit better now because I work night shifts. So when I get home late, everyone's sleeping and knocked out. So it's nice for me to like be able to sit in my office or my studio where it's nice and peace and quiet, and then just kind of play my music and just write. And that's what I do after work now every day. That's actually why I stopped streaming, why I had stopped making like YouTube videos and editing and all that, was because I started like someone reached out to me, and this it was kind of like a little sentimental thing, but one of my, I'm not sure if you remember this, but I told you that like in 2017 or whatever, back when I graduated, my English teacher had like a lot of confidence and faith in me, because what he used to do was he would hand me a slip about 15 minutes before class would end, and it would have a genre on it. It would say something like horror or comedy or something, or sometimes if it was a really long one, it would be like 3-page horror, show me tomorrow or something like that. And I would be like, okay. Or sometimes he'd write short story, 1 page, whatever. And I would do it. I would write whatever genre it was, and I would always just come up with something random, and then I would hand it to him, and he's like, cool. 5 minutes before class would end, he'd be like, here's the story of the day, and he would bring it up. and then say that he would lie to the class and say he found it on the internet, and then he would read it, and then everyone in the class was like, holy crap, that was good, or like, that was creepy, who did that, who wrote that? He would start laughing and smiling, and he'd be all like, your very own classmate, and he would point me out, and then everyone's like, you wrote that, like all impressed and everything. And so he started building up my confidence as a writer. And then on my graduation day, for people who went to college, you know, on your graduation day, they do the whole like, oh, going to whatever state or whatever university, whatever. And then if you're not going to college, you know, they kind of do like the entering the workforce or entering the military type of thing. Mine was the only one that was different because he personally had the school change it to aspiring to be an author. And I remember walking up and hearing that, and I was like, oh my god, he actually did it. He had them do it. And I was like, I can't believe, like, I was actually like almost teary-eyed. Like, I was like, that he actually did it. Like, that was awesome. And now all throughout high school, I was working on a book, actually a series. And I'm not sure if you know this part of it, Andy. I don't even know if I told you this part. I actually have technically 4 books that are completed, but I wrote them when I was like 16, 17.
Oh god.
And so they're very, very rough drafts. But the thing is, the idea is there. And so, but I never touched them. I left them like that for years. And it wasn't until last year, I don't know, year and a half ago, maybe almost 2 years, that someone very close to me said, whatever happened to like you being an author? Like they said something, I knew that you did a lot of writing, like, but did you like ever publish? Did you ever like actually write your book and finish it? And that was at like a period of time where I was just kind of like, I was more into like the whole like gaming and stuff like that. So I don't want to say I was lazy, because I was working out every day at that time too. So I was just kind of like, I don't know, just living life, I guess, kind of doing my own thing. I actually,
your main focus.
Yeah, it wasn't my main focus at that period of time. It was just like, yeah, I'm just kind of here now. And they were like, can I read it? And I remember that in like 2020 or 2019, one of those years, I actually started rewriting my first book. And I don't mean just like going back at the original version and like rewriting. I mean, like, I actually started from scratch on my laptop. I pulled up the original version for reference that I did, and I started, yeah, like I said, completely from scratch. I restarted the entire book, which is currently what I'm actually on right now. And I did that in 2021 or 2020 or 2019, and then I stopped. I got about a quarter of the way into it, and then I stopped. And I don't remember what caused me to stop, because I remember I was writing every single night, and then one day I just dropped it and then forgot about it. And then I totally just went into like I said, working out and just gaming and shit. So that happened, and then like I said, then like last year or a year and a half ago, someone told me like whatever happened. So I showed them, and they were like, this is actually really good. And I was like, oh, well, thanks. And then I think they read through the entire what I had rewritten, and then obviously it just kind of abruptly end. They were like, that's it? And I'm like, yeah, I think kind of where I stopped. I never finished writing it. And then they were like, you need to write it. Like, they're like, why'd you stop here? They're like, you had something good going. They're like, continue it. And then for that entire year, I got back onto it. I went back onto it, rewrote it, and then I took it like about a 5-month break or so again, because I did get burnt out at one point, and I think because I like lost motivation a little bit, and then then recently, like the last couple months here, I've just been heavily into it again. And I think this time it's not like one of those phases. Like I do feel like this time it's one of those like, no, like you are gonna actually finish it this time, because
on what you're going to do.
Yep, like you're determined now. Now I have like that determination. I have that. And like I said, a lot of it has to do is because now, going back to why I told the whole teacher story, is because he actually messaged me out of the blue and asked me. He said, how's the book writing going? And I kind of gave him the same thing I told everyone else, you know, kind of like oh yeah, I'm working on it. It's almost done. Just need to finish it. And then yeah, he was just kind of like, okay, cool. He's like, yeah, he's like, I was just checking in. I wanted to see where you're at with it and whatever. And you know, and then he sent me like a bunch of links to like publishers and book agents and stuff like that, saying like, this is when you do finish it, here are some contacts you can have to like for people who are interested in publishing your book. And I was like, oh shit, like okay. So I took it obviously, and then like I said, the last couple of months now, I had been on the book like hard. Like I said, that's why I took a break from. I told myself, you know what, this is more important because this can actually give me a career in the future, and
Right.
it'll obviously be a huge stress reliever. Like being able to write your book completely, finish it, publish it, and then be able to make the royalties off of it if it does successful, which I'm hoping it does, and then like I said, like in the whole hoping for the chance that if it were to blow up, it would be able to get make enough money to where I can be able to quit my day job and be able to just sit down and then write and be able to actually make my series the way I dream to do it. And so yeah, I've been on it, and I'm actually only, I think I'm like roughly 5 chapters away now from finishing the entire book now.
There you
And
go.
I am so close to the end of it. And now that I'm getting more close to the end, like where the big plot points are happening in the book now, I'm like even more excited to write it because they're so like in my like without knowing the context of the story, it's just one of those things where it's like, fuck yes, like this is the good part. Like this is where all the good shit starts to happen now. And now I'm at that point where now I'm like getting excited to write it and make it come to life now. And then I think I've showed you as well that I actually have like a real like professional art studio that works on like anime art, and they did the main character. They drew him out and made him come to life, and he looked like amazing. Like it was weird because that was exactly how I pictured him in my head. And as for all the other characters, I never really had a picture or an idea for it. Just kind of like rough references, like, oh, he kind of looks like this guy, or he kind of looks like that guy. I sent a couple references. I gave a big detailed breakdown of like, all right, so this is the second main character. This is what I want done with them. All of a sudden, boom, they come back with a sketch, and I was like, that's incredible. Like like everything I described, the way this character acts in the book, you made him come to life, like the way he actually looks. And so now they're finishing it up. Now they're working on like the main part, like the shading and the detailing and all that for the second main character, or I can never pronounce this word, so I'm not even gonna attempt it. But it starts with a D. It's like I'm gonna.
My dad always told me if you can't pronounce it, don't fucking say it.
Yeah.
Or if you can't spell it, don't fucking say it.
For people who are like writers out there, they know what I'm talking about. It's the second main character. The word starts with a D. It's I can, whatever reason, I start stuttering hardcore when I try pronouncing it, and I don't know why. It's just what
like
happens.
People who can't say cinnamon.
Really, people can't say that.
Yeah, there are some people that say like cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
Yeah, cinnamon.
But no, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's one of those really long, annoying words because like obviously the main character is protagonist, and then there's like, actually wait, I I think it is pronounced No, I'm not even gonna attempt it. I gave up. Anyways, so yeah, second main character. We'll just leave it at that. So yeah, they did the work for him. He looks really cool. And I actually have now another, like, not a studio artist, but just like a, what do you call it? Just like a solo artist, or just like an artist, I guess is the best way to put it. Now I have them working on concept art because they do it faster. Even though it's not like professional quality, they do have really good quality. I've shown you my Otaku's Kingdom page, right? The person who does the background. Yep. She's working on all the concept art right now. She's working on all the characters, like she's doing like the front view of all of them now. She's working on what they're gonna look like and this and that. I already gave her like descriptions and stuff, so she's doing that. And then once she's done with that, I'm gonna take her references and send them to the professional studio and then have them do it in their art style.
Are you talking about a deuteragonist?
Is that how you pronounce it?
Hold on.
You looked it up, didn't you? Yeah, no, you're right. It is. That is the word. Like,
Yeah, it's deuteragonist.
Deuteragonist.
Yeah. Deuteragonist.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, that was the word I was trying to fucking think
You're
of.
fucking right. I looked it up. It was bugging the shit because I knew what you were talking about.
In my head, I didn't know if it was like a deuteragonist or deuteragonist.
Well, so growing up, like
but then there's protagonist.
The Christian boy in me kept saying Deuteronomy, the Bible.
Yeah,
the chapter in the
that's
Bible.
also what kept popping in my head.
Huh? So,
Well, there you go.
I do think that that you and I will have to sit down over the next couple of weeks and talk about the books and whatnot, and some of the other stuff that you and I have been through, because we're really good at touching on subjects, kind of small and stuff, but to sit down and talk about something for a lengthy period of time, I think that's what we should do the next time we sit down for this.
Oh, hell yeah, definitely, for sure.
Whether we sit down and exclusively talk about music, or writing, and the mental health side of things.
Oh, for sure.
I think that we have a good few episodes lined up.
I was gonna say, I think we did a pretty decent job for people getting to know us a little bit, because we did touch about ourselves, like what our humor is, or what we love, what we're passionate about. I think we did a good job expressing that so far.
This is what I would hope people would go, oh damn, that's A&A Podcast. These guys have a little bit of everything.
Yep.
They are a little bit of everything. So I would hope that if someone were to go, what are these people? They would go, everything. These people do everything. And I think that's just because our childhood.
There's a shit ton to tell.
Both of us grew up in a thing where I think we both had a good reality, or a good dose of, if you want to do it bad enough, you're gonna make it happen, but it's gonna take a lot of damn work.
Yep, exactly.
So I think we both got the good part of that growing up. So
started from the bottom, now we're here. That's the goal.
I will point out one thing. Kind of, I guess, in my closing, I feel like a fucking pedophile almost, because you keep mentioning how young you are, right? You're the same age as my wife. You and my wife are so close in age, it's actually scary.
Why did you have to word it like that?
Because I always think of you as like my baby cousin. So now when I think of how close you and her are in age, I'm like, oh god, I'm a fucking cradle robber.
Oh my god. The fact that you worded it like that.
Listen, I've been up for too fucking long.
I feel like Nick's gonna hear this and he's gonna be all like...
And then he's gonna realize he's doing the exact same thing he was 3 years ago, not making progress. Oh, fuck.
Oh my god.
Damn, we went there.
Just be like, fun fact, people. Nick's my co-host on Otaku's Kingdom podcast. Yeah. Another fun fact, Nick and Andy don't like each other.
I wouldn't say that. I get along with everyone.
It's an inside joke. It's an inside joke.
It's a inside joke.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that, though. I don't even think we're allowed to say that inside joke.
No, that conversation can't see the light of day.
No, just like the hotel meme.
No, yeah.
But yeah, no, I think that's a good place to end it right there, though.
I do think that is that would be the ending of a. The fuck, did I just have a stroke?
Just be like, do you have any social media shout outs, Andy? Anywhere you want people to find you at?
I don't use social media. I try to stay, because of my job, I'm not allowed to do a whole lot on social media.
Not even your gaming?
So right now, no.
It's on hold.
You know what? Fuck it. Yes, I will. Fucking YouTube, Green Gaming. Fucking the link will be in the description because I'm too lazy to fucking say the whole URL.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do like my 100 social medias that I have. I'm just gonna do the two main ones. So just, I guess, just to throw it out there. For my YouTube gaming channel, we got Manexus. For my other podcast that I host, it's Otaku's Kingdom Podcast. And if y'all are interested in my streaming, it's Manexus with an underscore at the end of it. And that is it.
Fucking get the links in the description or choke yourself.
Yeah,
if you're not in our descriptions, like I'm in a bowl of rice, you have done something wrong. So fucking get in there.
Join that Discord now to stay up to date with everything, or else.
That was good.
Just threaten them at the end.